Trillions will flow through cryptos like Stellar, XLM, and Zioncoins will benefit, or will it? That's the question we need to ask. The fundamental factors are the key to seeing where price discovery could go. But before we answer those questions, please like, please subscribe, use the subscription, the bell button down there below. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm, and we'll be able to deliver content like this to you more frequently. So without further ado, let's answer those questions. Well, to answer those questions, the fundamental factors are key when it comes to CPI data, when it comes to the 10-year yield, when it comes to treasury bonds. They're the key indicators telling us what the consumer could be doing, what governments around the world are doing. So let me just say this. Based on those fundamental factors, we need to take a look at those charts. Without further ado, Nathan, take it away.
Okay, so we got the CPI data, consumer index prices. Yeah, I don't need to go over this again. There is a little flat line, but then you can see that consumer index prices have never been so high. So inflation right up there. Okay, that's what we're looking at when we're talking about the consumer index prices. You know, things costing a heck of a lot more. And then I really want to look at the money velocity. There's an indicator as to where the money's going into the economy. Is it coming into the real economy, the economy that you and I work in as people, not, you know, the a system like the stock markets, the real economy. We're not talking about, you know, charts, prices on the charts. We're talking about real businesses, growth in real businesses. Is money coming into these real businesses? And money velocity is, hey, look, there's been an uptick. Look at this. So we've got some ranging since 2000 April, and it really found the floor and just hasn't got up above 1.14. So money velocity is still extremely low. You know, it's been like this for the last almost 2 years now, just stuck in this range. If it's going to follow trend, which guess what, it's most likely going to do, then we can see the money velocity drop even further. Will it? It might not. We might have this period that we had between 1960 and 2000, where we had this 40-year range and money velocity was pretty good. It was coming into the economies, but for most part, since the last 20 years, it's been pretty abysmal. This is probably the reason why we haven't had this increase in salaries, in wages, no real increase to deal with inflation. Any case, where's money going? Where's debt going? Where's values going into debt? Debt is still the highest it's ever been since records began, as you can see, and rising. That's just not stopping. That's household debt, so mortgages and whatnot, non-profit organisation debt securities, non-financial corporate debt. So what's this? These are like the corporate businesses. Yeah, money's still flying into these corporate businesses. Well, debt is still cheap, and we've had this little ebb for a period of time. Again, if it's a continued trend, which is most likely to, it will keep rising up even higher because businesses will start to scream. M1 money stock, it's apparent that it's still moving up. Or is it? No, I take that back. It seems that the printing has stopped by the looks of it, and it is decreasing. So what does that mean? That means no more easy money. There hasn't been since the beginning of the year. And is it likely to continue? Well, if the Federal Reserve follows suit with the ECB, you could be sure that that's going to increase and keep rising. And if we're going to get out of this period of stagflation, supposedly, if Ray Dalio's right, the Fed are going to need to keep printing. That's just it. If they don't keep printing, well, that's another question for later. So yeah, I wanted to jump over to the 10-year yield, and you can see, Christ, we have hopefully a double top. That now is gone past that previous head and shoulders, where you can see this bar pattern, this fractal that I created, giving an example of what the double top could look like, the potential. It's breached that. This could still be a double top. However, the next sort of resistance is going to be some way down here. If you want to print that out at some point, well, look, the next level of resistance is going to be around here, going back to 2008, 2009 to 10 period. That will be the next level of resistance. We've reached that point. Now that's either going to hold or it's going to break above there, and then the next level of resistance above that would be around 5%. So we're 3.7. If it gets up to that 5%, well, that's a good entry point for yields, bonds, to get that yield on the 10-year. If even 3.7 is still pretty good. So, in any case, what the charts are telling us in terms of GDP and consumer data is really not much has really changed. The GDP figures seem to line up vaguely, and I say that loosely, with what's going on in the charts, because we could see the correction in the borrowing on the non-profit corporation businesses. That's dropped a little. Money velocity from the M1 stock seems to have dropped. However, also the M12 velocity, the money velocity for money flowing into the economy, seems to have been in a channel since the beginning of the year. So certainly something's happened there, which means that potentially those the increase in interest rates and the halting on the printing of money has had an effect. But can that go on forever? Something has to happen, and really I think we need to think about how people are going to be able to afford this winter when fuel prices are still pretty high. Even though they've come down here a bit in the UK, they're still quite high. You know, these fuel prices affect everything. You know, all these goods and services, they need to be delivered some way, somehow.
Okay, thanks for that, Nathan. So we could see consumers are going to be struggling. So are they going to have the money to invest in cryptos? Not likely. So we could see prices even lower, potentially, you know. But we come to that conclusion, and oftentimes it's wrong, right? And there are indicators out there that are telling us that the price is going to go higher. So which one do we believe? In any case, the pound has come down. The Dixie has gone higher than it's been for decades. And the Dixie, the Bixie, the Ixie, the Jexie, and the Axie, Japanese, Australian, euro have come tumbling. It's not just a pound that's been at its lowest point. So these are all fundamental factors as to what the consumer is going to be doing, which could give us an idea as to what we could see happening with the Stellar XLM price. In any case, I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. Smash the Zion coin up there, like and subscribe, it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and check out the next video because it's going to be on what is going on with the Stellar XLM price. See you in the next one. Have a great day now. Take care.